Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to be doing a fuel range test. We're going to see how far my car can go with 0 kilometers to empty. The car in question is this 2007 Ford Fiesta with a 1.3 liter gasoline engine with 69 furious horsepower. And the fuel tank has a capacity of 45 liters. This video was inspired by Autovlog's channel since he did quite a few of these tests with his own vehicles. And it's interesting to find out how far your car can go with 0 kilometers to empty. Of course, I've come prepared, and when I do run out of fuel, I have a jerry can with 5 liters of fuel which I can put in immediately so I can get myself to the nearest gas station. Here in Belgium, it's actually illegal to run out of fuel, so if the cops do see me pouring fuel at the side of the road, I'm just gonna have to come up with some excuse like my car broke down or my fuel pump doesn't work and you need to put fuel for it to work, something like that. Let's just hope that doesn't happen. Alright, we are now at 20 kilometers until empty, and this red light has now appeared, so we still have quite a bit to drive though. Alright, so we have now hit 0 kilometers to empty. I've reset all the trip computers, the average fuel economy and the average speed. So let's see how far we can now go with 0 kilometers to empty. So we have now surpassed the 50 kilometer mark. This is taking a lot longer than I expected. In the meantime, the weather has changed about 5 times. So yeah, we'll see how long this will take. Alright, now we're at 71.4 kilometers and I'm home. So I guess I'll have to continue this another day. Alright, so we have finally managed to run out of fuel. I did just pour in some with my jerry can so I can make it to the gas station. However, it's about not even a kilometer away. So we can say that this car did 89 kilometers on empty. It did take 2 days to film, but we finally managed to run out of fuel. So I just filled up almost 6 liters and it still says that we have 0 kilometers of range. It still says that we're empty if you look at the fuel gauge. However, within those 89 kilometers that I did on 0, I averaged 40 kilometers per hour and 6.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Of course, if you're to get worse fuel economy, you'd go less far. If you're to get better fuel economy, you'd go further. So now I'm gonna go to another fuel station because the one I'm at is really expensive, so I only filled up a little bit. Let's see how much liters it'll take when it's completely empty. Alright, so now I've filled up all the way. When I ran out of gas, I had a jerry can, as I mentioned. I put in 5 liters in the jerry can and I got most of it out. And then I immediately went to the closest gas station and filled up 5.94 liters. So the car had just over 10 liters. Now I drove a little bit to this gas station where I'm at right now since it's the cheapest. So let's say it used a liter to get here. And then I filled up 40.25 liters. So given that the fact that this car has a 45 liter fuel tank, I managed to fill it up with about 48, which is quite impressive. I'm definitely not going to do this again with this car because I don't want to wear out the fuel pump and because you just don't know where it's going to stop and it might be in a dangerous place. With a full tank of fuel, it says now I can do 679 kilometers, which is pretty realistic. And then if you take into account the kilometers you can do on 0, it's way surpassed 700 kilometers you can do with this vehicle. To conclude this video, so we did 89 kilometers on empty. It took a lot longer than I expected. It even took me 2 days to film. The first day I did 71 kilometers on empty, and then today I finished it off with 89 kilometers in total. Luckily, there weren't any problems. I didn't hear the fuel pump making any strange noises, since that's always a risk you take when you drive on low fuel. This is definitely something I wouldn't do with a diesel engine because the problems that you can get with a diesel car running on empty are much greater than a gasoline engine when you run it on empty. When I did run out of fuel, I immediately put 5 liters of extra fuel that I had in a jerry can. I did pour 5 liters into that jerry can so I can't get all of it out when I pour it into the car. So let's just call it 4.5 liters that I put at the side of the road from the jerry can. Then I drove to the nearest gas station and put in 5.94 liters. However, because it was an expensive gas station, I didn't want to put too much. So then I drove about 20 kilometers to another gas station, which was much cheaper, about 10 cents per liter. So it does pay off to drive that far, especially when you're going to fill it up all the way. And at that gas station, I put in just over 40 liters. So today I poured in 40 plus 6 plus 4.5. So just over 50 liters in fuel, even though Ford claims this car has a 45 liter fuel tank. Now I did use a little bit of fuel to get there from the first gas station to the second gas station. So let's just call it 49 liters I managed to put in this vehicle. Thanks for watching, and who knows, maybe I'll do this with another car, but not with a diesel, definitely not. Thanks for watching.